I'm Vaishali Patel with Sanskar Teaching. Today I'm going to be sharing my favorite kitchen gadgets for a Desi kitchen. Many Desi kitchens are vegetarian, or at least mine is, so you're going to see a lot of the items that are used in our day-to-day basis. One of the first things you will need is what we call a chutney machine, because you know Desi folks, we like our chutneys. This one, I think the brand is called Revel, and I've been married for 20 some years now, and I'm telling you, these machines last a long time. We love them so much that, for example, they also make them in the 220 voltage. So if you have family back home, like my in-laws sometimes live in India, so we bought these for India voltages too, and they work really well. They're easy to clean. Obviously mine's been used a lot, and really sharp, so be careful. And it comes, if your parents have had one of these, you may have seen a red, actually a white and a green one, but these are more slick looking ones. Vitamix, for a good blender, is essential. What do we use this for? Back in India, they have mills where they grind flour or grains and things like that. We don't have any of those. We're making cumin at home, and if you don't have a good cumin recipe, I have one on our blog. You could go check it out, and it's a quick and easy cumin recipe, and my mother-in-law makes the best cumin in the world. So you soak some chana dal in here, and then you could blend it up, and there you go. You have your cumin kiru all ready to go. Vitamix is one of my favorite. I've tried Blendtec, but I like Vitamix better. Recently, when my mother-in-law, and you could tell, it's pretty beat up, it's not one of those slick looking. I'm just gonna share my honest kitchen and my everything the way that's in my house, not polished. My mother-in-law recently, because she's in India, she actually called us and said, hey, do they make Vitamixes that could actually work in India? And we looked up one that could work, and oh my God, it was like $900. So we found her another substitute. She didn't want to spend $900 on a Vitamix, partly because I think the shipping cost was really high. It's pretty complicated. But Vitamix, if you don't have one, Costco has really good ones, and they're normally around $300 to $400, but it's a great investment. A hand blender is another thing you must have. This is an old one that my mother-in-law's had for years. It's by Braun. And the one that I have is Hamilton Beach. And hand blenders, obviously, this one's like pretty beat up, so you can tell that we love that one. This is the newer one that comes with different attachments. And I'll link all of these products so you could go check them out. This one, I like using it when I'm making our Gujarati dal. So, you've cooked up everything, your tuver dal or your ingredients on this pressure cooker, but then you go in and blend it all up. So then, it's like soupy. You don't have to worry about it. A lot of Desi vegetarian families eat a lot of cheese, right? And this is a salad shooter. And it comes in really handy when you buy the block of cheese from Costco, which in my humble opinion is more fresh than buying pre-shredded cheese. This helps you shred cheese, and it works like this because it's so convenient, so fast. You don't have to sit there and use your chini and go. You don't have to do that. You could just stick a little piece of cheese in here, turn the machine on, and you're all good to go. A lot of our dishes have, chopped onions, chopped tomatoes, and chopping those things, it takes a lot of time. There are some really good ones out nowadays that are even better than this one, but a good chopper is essential to have. You cut up your onion, put it on here, and go, and there you go. You have evenly sliced, chopped onions, or you could do it for carrots. You could even make salsa just using this. Now, this is like the 2.0 version of our pressure cooker, right? Our parents, our moms grew up with pressure cookers, and we've grown up with them too. We like them. But the advantage of this guy is that, you could leave it on. You don't have to worry about somebody coming in and turning off your stove. You could just put the timer, and then you're good to go. They also make Instant Pot that work in India as well. So if you're one of my followers that's outside of India, you can still get an Instant Pot that works with your voltage. I have a Gujarati khichdi recipe that's the best because it goes like this. you have khichdi and tons of vegetables and tons of spices, and it's the best. Especially if you're feeling sick. You know how some people have the chicken noodle soup or something like comfort food when you're feeling sick? Khichdi is my comfort food when I'm feeling sick. And Vagareli khichdi is my favorite. So Instant Pot is just not for that. We used to buy store-bought refried beans a lot. After we've had the Instant Pot, we just boil and soak our pinto beans in here and make our beans at home. We don't have to buy the canned beans anymore. It works well in here. And there are lots of great recipe books for Instant Pots as well. And vegetarian, vegan, lots of options. So Instant Pot potential is infinite. A Nutribullet is excellent. Why? Because it's small, it's convenient. When my kids went off to college, I gave them each one of these because it's a great way to make your smoothies, you know, whatever other things that you want to make. And then the advantage is you don't even have to take it out of the cup. The cup comes with the lid, and you could just put your lid on top and take it to go. You don't have to take it out. Coffee grinder is another essential thing. And I mean, you could tell the box is probably from like 1970s or something. You could tell. But this thing works great. It's by Revel, and I don't even know if they make it anymore, but I'll find out one that's similar. And what do we use coffee grinder for? A lot of our recipes call for, let's say, I have cumin at home, but the recipe calls for cumin powder and not cumin. You could stick some cumin in here and turn it on, and now you have cumin powder. Or for example, sometimes it'll say cardamom, but you know, cardamom powder. You could put it in here. These are great because you can get fresh spices, right? Instead of getting the, let's say you could buy the jeera powder or cumin powder in the stores, but you could just blend up the cumin that you have, and the smell of it, the freshly grounded, whatever you're grinding using the coffee grinder, the smell is amazing. If your family loves citrus juices, which we love fresh orange juice, this, the Black & Decker one, is really good. My in-laws had one that was really old for years that just recently broke, so we had to buy a new one, but this one is really good. You know, you just slice the orange in half and then you just stick it in here, and it has a lid, and you could use the lid or you could just squeeze it with your hand and the juice collects. You take this off and you take your juice out, and that's pretty much it. This will, you could use it to do carrots and celery and whatever other things that you want to juice, fresh fruits, and it's really easy to clean up. It's small enough where you could just leave it on the countertop. I used to have the big one from Costco and it was too bulky, but this is great. Last but not least is my food processor. This one by Cuisinart is pretty amazing. We love it. It's easy clean up. It's really sharp blade. And the old one we had was the similar one, and this is the new one we've had, and my daughter uses it quite often because she likes baking desserts. So these are all of the kitchen gadgets, or I would say kitchen little machines that I use in our house all the time. And I hope that this helps you if you're a young adult or somebody who's just looking to make sure you have different tools to create a whole Desi kitchen. These are some of the ideas. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and liking and commenting below, and be sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms, and let me know in the comment below what other type of content you'd like to see from me.